Imagine waking up every day feeling stiff, your joints aching with every movement, your energy levels plummeting before noon. It's like a persistent fog has settled over your body, keeping you from enjoying the simple pleasures of life. Bending down to pick up a grandchild, confidently climbing a flight of stairs, or even just opening a jar without a struggle. You meticulously try to eat healthy. You make an effort to stay active, yet the pain, the fatigue, they persist. What if the very foods you believe are beneficial for you are actually silently sabotaging your health, fueling relentless inflammation, and slowly but surely stealing your precious mobility and vitality? This isn't about blaming you. It's about uncovering hidden truths. In this video, we are going to expose 5 surprising everyday foods that are secretly destroying your energy and joint health once you hit 60 and beyond. More importantly, I'll show you exactly what to eat instead to reclaim your vitality, step by step. Get ready, because you won't believe what's potentially lurking in your very own breakfast bowl or pantry right now. This knowledge could fundamentally change how you feel every single day. Hello, I'm Dr. Michael Bennett, your trusted guide on this journey to vibrant, healthy aging. For decades, we've been taught to categorize certain foods as universally healthy, good for everyone at every age. However, as we gracefully enter our 60s, our bodies begin to process nutrients differently. What once nourished you might now, quite paradoxically, be causing silent inflammation that impacts your joints, your muscles, your mind, and your overall energy reserves. Chronic inflammation is the silent culprit behind so many age-related ailments. That nagging joint pain, the persistent fatigue, the fuzzy thinking, and even conditions like heart disease and diabetes. Today, we're going beyond surface-level advice. We are going to thoroughly examine these hidden culprits in your diet, reveal precisely why they are harmful to the aging body, and, most importantly, provide you with practical, delicious, and easy-to-implement swaps. My goal for you is to feel stronger, more mobile, and more energetic, truly living your golden years to their fullest. And here's a tip. Stay with me until the very end, because I'll share a crucial bonus insight that ties all of this information together, something you absolutely need to know to optimize your anti-inflammatory diet. Before we get into these vital insights, if you're serious about taking control of your health and want to live a more vibrant, independent life, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. That way, you won't miss any of our weekly science-backed health tips designed specifically for you. Hidden culprit number 1, the healthy breakfast cereals and instant oats. For years, breakfast cereals, especially those labeled whole grain, have been marketed as the quintessential start to a healthy day. They're quick, convenient, and often touted as heart-healthy or packed with fiber. Instant oats, too, seem like the perfect, wholesome choice. Just add hot water, and you have a nutritious meal. This widespread belief stems from decades of conventional wisdom emphasizing grains as the foundation of a healthy diet. Many people over 60 have built their morning routines around these items, genuinely believing they are making a smart, health-conscious decision for their cardiovascular system and overall well-being. However, here's the often overlooked truth. Don't be fooled by the whole grain label alone. The vast majority of breakfast cereals, even those appearing innocent, and especially instant oats, undergo extensive industrial processing. Grains are subjected to high temperatures, pressure, and various refining methods that fundamentally alter their natural structure. This processing strips away much of their beneficial fiber, vitamins, and minerals, transforming them into what are essentially quickly digestible carbohydrates. When these refined carbohydrates hit your digestive system, they cause a rapid and significant spike in your blood sugar levels. Your body responds by releasing a surge of insulin to bring that sugar down. This rapid blood sugar roller coaster, repeatedly throughout the day, creates a state of chronic systemic inflammation. It's like a low-grade fire burning inside your body, constantly activated by your diet. Moreover, the high-temperature processing can create harmful compounds called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, which directly fuel inflammation and oxidative stress, damaging cells and tissues throughout your body. For those over 60, the impact of these seemingly harmless breakfast items can be particularly detrimental. That breakfast stiffness you might feel in your joints, or the morning aches, could be directly linked to the inflammatory cascade triggered by these refined grains. The sudden sugar spikes and subsequent crashes can lead to profound fatigue, leaving you feeling drained before midday, unable to maintain your energy levels. This also contributes to insulin resistance, making it harder for your cells to respond to insulin, exacerbating or even initiating prediabetes and type 2 diabetes. Furthermore, chronic inflammation impairs microcirculation, reducing blood flow and oxygen delivery to your muscles and joints, which can compound pain and reduce overall mobility over time. So what's the right solution? Definitely steer clear of sugary cereals, even those with whole grain on the box, as well as flavored instant oats. Even plain instant oats are often too rapidly digested. You should also be wary of white bread and highly processed pastries. Opt for nutrient-dense, slowly digested alternatives. Steel-cut oats, which are minimally processed, offer a slower release of energy and more fiber. Prepare them the traditional way or as overnight oats with berries and seeds. Another excellent choice is organic eggs, which provide high-quality protein and healthy fats for sustained energy. Pair them with a generous serving of colorful vegetables. Full-fat plain Greek yogurt with a handful of berries and nuts can also be a fantastic option, offering protein, probiotics, and fiber without the hidden sugars. Focus on starting your day with protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates from whole, unprocessed sources to keep your blood sugar stable and inflammation at bay. You might think the next one is harmless, especially with all the health claims surrounding it. Hidden culprit number 2. Certain dairy products, the bone builders that can break you down. For decades, we've been told that dairy products, particularly milk, are absolutely essential for strong bones, thanks to their abundant calcium content. The messaging has been consistent. Drink your milk for healthy bones. This has led many, especially seniors concerned about osteoporosis, to dutifully consume various dairy products, from low-fat milk to processed cheeses and sugary yogurts, all with the genuine belief that they are actively fortifying their skeletal system. Dairy is seen as a non-negotiable part of a bone-healthy diet. However, the reality is more nuanced. Not all dairy is created equal, and crucially, not everyone can tolerate it, especially as they age. Conventional cow's milk and many highly processed dairy products, particularly those marketed as low-fat, which often means more added sugar and fillers, can contain proteins like casein and a sugar called lactose that many older adults struggle to digest. Lactose intolerance, where the body produces less of the enzyme lactase, becomes far more common with age. When lactose isn't properly broken down, it ferments in the gut, leading to bloating, gas, and discomfort. Beyond digestion, casein, a primary protein in cow's milk, can be inflammatory for many individuals, even those without overt lactose intolerance. It can trigger an immune response, leading to intestinal permeability, often referred to as leaky gut, which then allows inflammatory particles to enter the bloodstream, initiating systemic inflammation. This inflammation, ironically, can contribute to bone loss over time by increasing bone resorption and interfering with calcium absorption, undermining the very reason people consume dairy. For seniors, this inflammatory response from dairy can manifest in several ways. Joint pain and stiffness can worsen as systemic inflammation escalates. Digestive issues like bloating, constipation, or diarrhea become more frequent and severe. Skin problems, from unexplained rashes to eczema, can also be a sign of an underlying dairy sensitivity. Furthermore, for individuals with autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis, dairy can significantly exacerbate symptoms and contribute to painful flare-ups. The very products intended to build strong bones can, for many, ironically contribute to a state of chronic inflammation that weakens the body over time. So what's the right solution? Avoid conventional cow's milk, highly processed cheeses, especially cheese slices or spreads, and any yogurt varieties loaded with added sugars or artificial sweeteners. These are the primary culprits. If you tolerate dairy, opt for fermented dairy products like organic, unsweetened kefir or full-fat plain Greek yogurt that contain live cultures. These are often easier to digest due to the beneficial bacteria that break down lactose. Grass-fed butter or ghee, consumed in moderation, are also generally better tolerated as they contain very little lactose or casein. However, if dairy is a consistent issue, explore excellent plant-based calcium sources. Dark leafy greens like kale and collard greens, fortified plant milks, almond, soy, oat, unsweetened, calcium-set tofu, and small fish with edible bones like sardines. You can also explore alternatives like goat or sheep milk products, which have different protein structures that some people find easier to digest. This next one is in almost every kitchen, used every day, but it's quietly causing damage. Hidden culprit number 3. The heart-healthy seed oils, canola, soybean, sunflower. For decades, vegetable oils like canola, soybean, and sunflower oil have been positioned as the healthier, lighter alternatives to traditional animal fats like butter or lard. They're heavily promoted by health organizations as heart-healthy because they are low in saturated fat and can help lower LDL cholesterol. This perception has led to their ubiquitous presence in nearly every processed food product and in countless home kitchens for cooking, frying, and salad dressings. People actively choose them over butter or coconut oil, genuinely believing they are protecting their cardiovascular health. However, the truth about these so-called vegetable oils is shocking and profoundly concerning. The production of these seed oils is a highly industrial and chemical-intensive process. Seeds are crushed, heated to extreme temperatures, often treated with harsh chemical solvents like hexane to extract the oil, then bleached, deodorized, and degummed. This brutal processing destroys beneficial compounds, creates unhealthy trans fats, and leads to the oxidation of fatty acids, making them highly unstable and inflammatory even before they reach your pantry. Chemically, these oils are extremely rich in omega-6 polyunsaturated fatty acids. While some omega-6 is essential, our modern diet has become massively imbalanced, with an overwhelming excess of omega-6 compared to omega-3 fatty acids. This imbalance, rather than the omega-6 itself, is the critical issue. A high omega-6 to omega-3 ratio actively fuels chronic inflammation throughout the entire body, creating a pro-inflammatory environment that directly impacts your health. For those over 60, the chronic consumption of these oils can have severe consequences. This relentless internal inflammation significantly contributes to joint pain and stiffness, as inflammatory compounds damage the cartilage and tissues surrounding your joints. Beyond that, it is a major driver of cardiovascular disease, contributing to plaque buildup and stiffening of arteries, which can reduce blood flow to all parts of the body, including muscles and joints, thus worsening mobility. These oils also play a role in metabolic syndrome, increasing the risk of type 2 diabetes and obesity. Emerging research even links excessive omega-6 consumption to cognitive decline, making them a silent enemy for both physical and mental vitality in older age. They are not merely unhealthy, they are actively damaging at a cellular level. So what's the right solution? Avoid, absolutely eliminate canola oil, soybean oil, sunflower oil, corn oil, cottonseed oil, grapeseed oil, and processed margarines from your diet. These are hidden in almost all packaged and restaurant foods, so read labels diligently. Replace, embrace healthy, stable fats that support an anti-inflammatory environment. Extra virgin olive oil is excellent for dressings and low-heat cooking. For higher heat cooking, use avocado oil or ghee, clarified butter from grass-fed cows. Coconut oil can also be used for medium heat cooking. Focus on significantly increasing your intake of omega-3 fatty acids to balance your omega-6 intake. Excellent sources include wild-caught fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, as well as flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts. When you swap out these inflammatory oils, you're making a profound difference in your body's inflammatory burden. And speaking of healthy fats, what about foods labeled diet or low-fat? Hidden culprit number 4, diet, low-fat, and sugar-free processed foods. The diet food industry has successfully convinced us for decades that low-fat or sugar-free products are the superior choices for weight loss, managing blood sugar, and overall health. Driven by the outdated fear of dietary fat, shelves are now brimming with reduced-fat yogurts, diet sodas, sugar-free snacks, and light versions of nearly everything. People, especially those trying to manage their weight or blood sugar levels, conscientiously choose these options, believing they are making responsible, healthier decisions that align with expert advice to limit calories and sugar. However, these labels are often a deceptive trap, masking an even greater problem. When manufacturers remove natural fats from food, they simultaneously strip away flavor and texture. To compensate for this, they almost invariably replace the fat with excessive amounts of sugar, artificial sweeteners, and highly processed thickeners and gums. This isn't just about calories, it's about metabolic disruption. Artificial sweeteners, for example, while calorie-free, can profoundly disrupt your gut microbiome, the community of beneficial bacteria in your intestines. A disrupted gut microbiome is a direct pathway to chronic inflammation, affecting everything from your digestion to your immune system and even your mood. Furthermore, these sweeteners can paradoxically alter your body's insulin response and glucose metabolism, potentially leading to increased sugar cravings and even weight gain, despite being diet products. The hidden sugars in low-fat items, even natural sugars from fruit concentrates, still contribute to blood sugar spikes and subsequent inflammation. For seniors, the impact of these diet foods can be particularly problematic. The constant disruption to the gut microbiome from artificial sweeteners contributes to systemic inflammation, which can manifest as increased joint pain, digestive upset, and even impact cognitive function, leading to brain fog. The deceptive nature of these products often leads to an increase in sugar cravings, making it harder to stick to a truly healthy diet. Paradoxically, despite being marketed for weight management, artificial sweeteners have been linked to an increased risk of obesity and type 2 diabetes by altering metabolism and appetite regulation. The inflammatory compounds created or exacerbated by these processed ingredients put an additional burden on an aging body already more susceptible to inflammation. So what's the right solution? Avoid, ruthlessly eliminate low-fat yogurts with added sugar, all diet sodas, sugar-free candies or desserts made with artificial sweeteners, and highly processed diet snack bars. Always check ingredient lists for hidden sugars and artificial additives. Replace, embrace whole, unprocessed foods that are naturally flavorful and nutrient-dense. Opt for full-fat, plain, organic Greek yogurt, and add fresh berries for natural sweetness. Choose water, sparkling water with a squeeze of citrus or unsweetened herbal teas over diet sodas. Satisfy your sweet cravings with whole fruits like berries, apples, or pears, which come packed with fiber to mitigate sugar absorption. Don't fear healthy, natural fats found in avocados, nuts, seeds, and quality olive oil. They are crucial for satiety, nutrient absorption, and hormone production, and they don't cause the inflammatory cascade that highly processed diet foods do. We talked about fruits earlier, but there's one fruit-based product that's even worse, and it's probably in your fridge right now. Hidden culprit number 5, fruit juices, even 100% no sugar added. Fruit juice has long enjoyed a glowing reputation as a convenient, healthy way to get your daily vitamins, a simple and quick dose of fruit goodness. From the morning glass of orange juice to the 100% pure apple juice, marketed to children and adults alike, it's often perceived as a healthy beverage, rich in vitamin C and antioxidants, especially if it claims no sugar added. Many seniors have been encouraged to drink fruit juice for its vitamin content, viewing it as a wholesome part of their daily routine, particularly for hydration or quick energy. However, this widespread perception overlooks a crucial biological fact. Fruit juice is essentially fruit without its vital fiber, making it a concentrated sugar bomb in disguise. When fruit is juiced, the beneficial fiber that is naturally present in the whole fruit is almost entirely removed. This fiber is critical because it slows down the absorption of fruit sugars into the bloodstream. Without it, the concentrated fructose in juice hits your system rapidly and intensely. This leads to an incredibly swift and significant spike in blood sugar levels, far more pronounced than eating the whole fruit itself. Your liver is primarily responsible for metabolizing fructose, and when it's overloaded with a concentrated dose from juice, it can be forced to convert that excess fructose directly into fat and uric acid. This process puts immense strain on your liver and contributes to a pro-inflammatory state throughout your body. For those over 60, this daily sugar roller coaster from fruit juice can lead to severe consequences. The constant spikes and crashes in blood sugar contribute directly to chronic systemic inflammation, which exacerbates joint pain, stiffness, and overall aches. The strain on the liver can contribute to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, a growing concern. The increased production of uric acid can lead to or worsen gout, an extremely painful form of inflammatory arthritis. Furthermore, the rapid energy surge is quickly followed by a sugar crash, leaving seniors feeling fatigued and sluggish, undermining their overall energy levels and sense of well-being. It contributes significantly to overall metabolic stress and can accelerate the aging process by fueling inflammation. So what's the right solution? Eliminate all types of fruit juices, including apple, orange, grape, and even those deceptively labeled 100% pure juice or no sugar added. These are still concentrated sources of sugar without the fiber benefits. Opt for whole, fresh fruits instead. When you eat whole fruit, you consume the fiber, which modulates sugar absorption and provides sustained energy. Prioritize lower sugar fruits like berries, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and avocados, which are packed with healthy fats and fiber. For hydration, choose plain water, infused water with cucumber or lemon, or unsweetened herbal teas. If you crave a thicker, fruit-like beverage, consider making a whole fruit smoothie using a blender, ensuring you retain all the beneficial fiber. This way, you get all the nutrients without the inflammatory sugar rush. Now that you know what to avoid, what's the most important takeaway for your health moving forward? So, let's bring it all together. The path to reducing inflammation, reclaiming your lost mobility, and significantly boosting your energy levels after 60 truly begins with making smarter, more informed food choices. We've meticulously uncovered how seemingly healthy everyday foods, like highly processed breakfast cereals and instant oats, certain problematic dairy products, the misleading heart-healthy seed oils, deceptive diet, and sugar-free processed items, and even concentrated fruit juices, can be secretly sabotaging your health, fueling chronic inflammation, and stealing your vitality. By actively swapping these inflammatory culprits out of your diet and replacing them with whole, unprocessed, nutrient-dense foods, you're not just eating better. You are actively fighting against chronic inflammation, restoring balance to your body, and powerfully building a stronger, more vibrant version of yourself. This is about making conscious choices that empower you. Your age is genuinely just a number. Your health, your energy, and your independence are choices you make every single day through your plate. Don't allow chronic inflammation to quietly steal your precious years and rob you of the vibrant life you deserve. Start implementing these small, yet incredibly impactful changes today, and you will begin to feel the profound difference. If you found this video helpful, if it opened your eyes to new possibilities for your health, please give it a thumbs up right now. Your likes truly help our content reach more people who desperately need this vital information. Don't keep this secret. Share it with a friend, a family member, or anyone in your life who could benefit from reclaiming their energy and reducing pain. And, of course, subscribe to our channel for more science-backed health insights tailored specifically for seniors. Now, I want to hear from you. Tell us in the comments below, which of these 5 foods surprised you the most to learn about? And what healthy swap will you commit to trying first, starting today? Your personal stories and commitments inspire not just us, but our entire community. Until next time, stay healthy, stay strong, and keep living vibrantly.